Hello. Most of you know me as the Calradios the Great, mother of the Neo-Calradia mods, Neo-Calradia population, Neo-Calradia armies, and in future I hope Neo-Calradia novels on Neo-Calradia markets, etc. But that's not our subject now. In this video subject, I will explain to Neo-Calradia populations, how it works and what it do. So, but before the starts, this is the my first time to uploading video in YouTube, and English is not my first language, so I apologize in advance for any mistakes or misuse and any grammar mistakes. So let's continue. First of all, as you can see, that is not the native Bannerlord map. That's Oldream's mods. And if you want to see my mod list now, that's the mod lists. And why I'm using with the old Rams mod, there's a two reason for this. The side reason, that's a great mod and I love this mod. But the main reason I want to how compatible is the Neo Calradia mods with other total conversion mods. So I choose the old Rams mod for the showing this. And let's continue. So, what is the Neo-Calradia populations? Neo-Calradia populations is a mod basically adds the population and population-related features to the game. And interact with this feature directly, you need a main settlement. The main settlements are the towns and castles. For example, I want for the show you this interaction, I take over the Altdorf, and when I enter the Altdorf, I will see a new option in here, in town menu, inspect region. When I click inspect region, this custom window welcomes me. And this custom window have a three main part. First main part is the basic information of the region, region's policies and rates, and available actions. First of all, region's basic information. Our first basic information region's population value. The left one. Region's population value is the total population of this region. The meaning of region, main settlements, and the side settlements. Side settlements are the villages. So, total population of the main settlements and village, and the right one is the region's population capacity or region's development levels. So, and there is a region's recruitable population value, that is the available manpower for the recruiting local people, region's population growth value, region's population growth. In the end of the season, uh, mods uses the season system in the game, so natively seasons have the 21 days, so mods affects every end of the 21 day. And there is regions wealth tier, that means how wealthy and how rich is the people of this region. And wealth tier is a two-edged blade, is a region's wealth is good thing or a bad thing. For example, if region is wealthy, you will collect more taxes, your expected income will be more. But there's a but. If your wealth tier is high, your investment cost will be high too. You think like you can think it's like if you are in a if you have a cheap labor, you can build new workshop or can create farms easily and cheaper. But uh, if your people already wealthy, for the hiring them work or subsidizing them will be very costly. And regions unrest tire, we have a regions unrest tire. Regions unrest tire is a problem, is a bad thing for us. We want to we want we want this is must be the zero for our good, or if it is not zero, we want to decrease it, because if your unrest tire increase, other all good things will be decreased. And let's talk about the policies and rates. As you can see, for every policy or every rate, we have two of them: active policy or and next policy, active rate and next rate. And what are they? As before I said, they mods uses the seasons for effects. So active policy, the policy affects in this region. For in we are in summer, so active policy will affect your region in summer, in this summer specifically. But next policy is the when the summer ends, your the what when the summer ends, your active policy convert will be next policy will be your new active policy. So if I change the next policy now, there is no change the active policy, but when the season ends, region's active policy will be region's next policy become the region's active policy. So if I want to change the policy or rate, I have to wait the end of the season. So what is the region's policy? Region's policy is the region's main goal. What is the region's main goal? We can choose here civilian, balanced, or military. In civilian, region's population growth increased or region's development growth will be increased too. But in military, region's recruitable population will be increased and region's recruitable population capacity will be increased. Uh, Region's recruitable population has a soft limit, the unvisible. But if you are going to military, this increases too. Region's tax rates. If you make this higher, people will hate you and unrest will be increased. And if you make lower, unrest will decrease and people gonna love you. But if you increase rapidly, for example, there is an exemption or medium or low, but you made it very high instantly, and in the next season will people won't like it, and your unrest increased more. So if you wanna change it, if you wanna increase it, do it slowly. What is region's investment rate? Investment rate is the how much you can spend to infrastructure or subsidizing the people. So high investment rate means the more population growth, more regions development increase, more lower unrest. But lower investment rates mean less growth, less development growth, and people don't like you. But there is a problem in here. For the higher investment rates, will uh, for higher wealth tier, your investment cost will be higher too. So if your wealth tier is too high, my advice is that don't make your investment rate is high, because if your investment rate is too high or your wealth tier is too high and the combine of their effects, your expected income become negative. So end of the season, you won't gain any money. You will pay the money to the region, and you can't pay it. There is another bad things gonna happen. So you have to balance all of them. So what are the actions? First of all, recruit local people. uh, as you understand, recruiting local people, when I click the recruit local people, I will recruit locals and recruitable population decrease, region population decrease, but I recruit 20 locals at Altdorf and I spend some money. In here, there's a something like that. If you have a certain law, the recruiting local population will be free. But if you don't have a certain law, recruiting local population will cost you 50 dinars, dinars for dinars, dinars, I guess, 50 dinars for each soldier. So I was have a 1,000 dinars, but I was have a 1,000 dinars, but so I can only recruit 20 soldiers. As you can see, my party is the 22%, but I can't recruit one more person because I don't have enough money. So let's sell something. Oh my goodness. And let's take some food too. Okay. So if I click to recruit locals again, I recruit one more local, and this cost me 50 dinars. Of. So let's try another action about my party. There's an option to forcefully recruit locals. For example, let's think your money is zero or your recruitable populations is zero, but you need soldiers urgently. You can forcefully recruit locals, but taking this action has some consequences. For example, when I clicked it, I've recruited 21 person in here, but as you can see, regions unrest increased, regions expected income decreased, and now people little angry to me. But as you can see, my I have a soldiers, and that's the if you are in a war, the important part. Uh, there is an increased development option. If you are trying to increase, so there is a increased development option, and if you click increase development option, you can increase your region's developments instantly. You can decrease your region's unrest instantly, but that's a very costly option. And to show you, let's take some money. Now we are rich. And for example, Hohlof village have 250 hertz value before the we increased region development, but we increased regions developments, and as you can see, every time we increase, the cost is rising to rise. But when we take a look at village again, as you can see, village third value is now 273. So almost 23 increased as 23. And as you can see, every time when I increase regions development increase because regions development bound to the village herd value. So if you want to develop a very big, very populated region, this action is your action. There's a score the region action, but I will show it the end of the video. And there is a some little thing to for example, when I recruit soldiers, as you can see, I have I forged recruit because so their rate is worse. But when we recruit local people, 15 normal recruit and 5 noble recruit. But now our region's wealth is higher. Let's try again recruit locals. Let's take a look. Now we have 12 basic required and 9 elite required. So as you can see, if region's wealth value is higher, the possibility of the elite troops or the possibility of elite troops become higher to when you require it. So there is a collect extra taxes option. If you collect extra, so think you urgently need more money, but you don't have money, but you need it. You can collect extra taxes, but if you collect extra taxes, you gain some money instantly. but you will lose much more money in the long run because your region's unrest rates will increase and region's welfare will decrease, and as you can see region's expected income decreased. So in short term, yes, you gain some money, but in long term you lose much more money. And there is a action as a suppress local people, like think your region's unrest tire becomes very high and region edge of the rebellion, you can suppress the local people. When you suppress the local people, region's unrest will decrease, and you can suppress all the problematic people. But there is a problem, as you can see. As a result of my action, 800 people rebelled against me, and they are here now. And as you can see, they have some troops, and they will hunt they will hunt villagers, carabiniers, and other lords, etc. in here, and they will sabotage your region's economy. This gets, but best thing about them, they are really weak. Most of them just villagers, some recruits, but if you have a decent army, you can easily farm as XP. But if you don't have a decent army, don't try it. Or think as a scenario. We forcefully recruit, we collect extra taxes again and again, and regions unrest become higher and higher. And but we didn't suppress locals. So when we uh, exceed the some limits, not region will rebel against me. So when they rebel, they group will be a little bigger, like 3,200 or 3,164. So, and when they rebel, their number will be decreased from our total population. And after they rebel, my recruitable population becomes zero because all recruitables rebel too, and regions, everything becomes bad. So we don't want to rebellions. We don't like them, but sometimes, if you are have a, for example, if you have a new settlement but you want to keep it, and your army needs you need some money, and you want uh, train your army, you can collect extra taxes again and again, and your region will rebel against you. So in the end, you will have money, you will have trained soldiers, and you have a bad region. And for the scorch region, yes, I can't I can't interact with region because after rebellion, region becomes unstable. So until the next season, I can't interact with region. And this 3,000
Hey, you!
man, take my money and leave me alone, my friends. This 3,000 man will roam here, and they will start a problem. For example, let's go to the Castle Golenberg, and let's take over it. Now we are over, and here inspect region. As you can see, Castle Golenberg's development is Castle Golenberg region's development is 6,750 bahts, and for example, Heiligen village heart value is 200. But I'm sure I will lose this region to enemy. But I don't want to give them this region for free. I can leave them to ashes, so I can just scorch the region. As you can see, region's development dropped to the 5,000, and region's prosperity dropped to the 81 regions, village, hertz, halved, and as you can see, regions expected income or normal income is become very low. Regions other values crippled too. So, uh, other than that, most of the policies of the game has effects on your in your region. For example, let's take it here in description. As you can see, I write in here the the effects the I remember effects I remember, but there is more effects but that's all. That's that's an amateur video, but I hope you like it and I hope you play the or you can try the mod. That's really funny.